Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. I hope you had a fantastic week. Happy Friday. With it being Friday, once again, that means it's time for another episode of Ye Olde Weekly Beauty Chit Chat. This is a long-running series here on my channel that I absolutely refuse to give up. It's one of my favorite videos to do every single week. It's basically just an opportunity for me to round up all of the fun, frivolous, completely unnecessary beauty products that I was personally loving or obsessing about over the course of the past week. So makeup, hair care, body care, perfume, skin care, like I said, all of the fun and frivolous and completely unnecessary things that honestly probably bring a lot of us just a little bit of much needed joy, especially these days. Anyway, hope you guys had a good week. It's been an interesting week around here. Sella was really sick for most of this week, and I'm kind of starting to think that maybe I picked up what she brought home from school. So I'm kind of preparing myself that like it's probably gonna hit me over the weekend. So that's a big fat bummer, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, hopefully you are not sick. But let's go ahead and dig into this week's faves. As always, I will list and link everything in the description box down below. If you want to read up anything else about these items, check out other people's reviews, look at in-depth ingredient information, yada, 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 check out the description box. It is usually a plethora of information. Anyway, let's get started. We're gonna get started where we always start, which is perfume. Let's go. Where do I even start? Okay, I've kind of got a few to discuss. I'm going to start with a fragrance that I reviewed this week, and it is the Ellis Brooklyn Guava Granita. All right, here's the thing. I love the scent. Ooh, it is so good, you guys. It is so good. Sweet, tropical, fruity, summer in a bottle. Here's the problem with this one. It does not last on my skin. And by doesn't last, I mean within 2 hours, it is like I never even applied it to my skin. And that is on moisturized skin. Even with some of my fragrances that don't last, you know, more than say 3 or 4 hours, I can still smell those fragrances if I, you know, stick my nose up to my arm. I can still tell that I applied a fragrance. This, I don't know if my skin is just eating it. I don't know what is happening, but after a couple of hours, it is literally like I never applied anything on my skin. It's wild. It is wild. So this is an eau de parfum. It should not behave that way. I don't know what the deal is. But I feel a little better in knowing that some of you who watched my review of this, it went up earlier this week. I'll link it down below if you're interested. But some of you were saying that you also had a similar experience with this product not lasting very long on your skin. And then there were a few of you who said, keep it, don't bring it back, because I had thought about returning it. They said keep it and try it again in a month or so, that there's a chance that this could potentially, I don't know, marinate, cure, develop over the next few weeks here and be a little bit more potent, I guess. I don't know. Here's the thing. I actually believe in curing when it comes to candles. I have a lot of candles that when I initially purchase them, they're not quite as strong as I would like. And so sometimes I'll just stick them in a closet and revisit them in 6 months or a year later, and they absolutely smell stronger. So I know it's a thing with candles, but I've never known that to be a thing with perfume. But I'm gonna test it out. I'm not returning it. I'm gonna keep it, which means I'm gonna miss my 30-day return window with Sephora. But I figure it's worth the test. So I'll let you guys know. I'm actually gonna wait until June to try this again. So we're gonna give it the remainder of April, all of May, and let's just say we'll revisit this actually the middle of June. So that gives us 2 months of letting this bad boy sit and marinate or develop, and we'll see how it goes. But I was definitely a little bit disappointed in the performance. Listen, I am a big fan of Ellis Brooklyn. None of their other fragrances that I've ever tried have disappeared that quickly on my skin. By the way, I did have a chance to smell the Miami Nectar in store when I went into Sephora earlier this week. Honestly, I wasn't as into the Miami Nectar as I am the Guava Granita. Really think Guava Granita is an amazing fragrance. I just need it to actually last on my skin. So anyway, for what it's worth, that was a little bit of a bummer. But in testing that perfume out, I did bust out my Ellis Brooklyn Myth earlier this week when I was filming that video, because I was like, I love this one. And then I wore it a couple times this week and I still love this fragrance. I think I may have put this one in my spring fragrance suggestions video. Did I? I feel like I might have. Listen, this is great. And this lasts forever on my skin. If you've never tried Myth, I'll have the notes going across the screen here. Heavenly. Absolutely a must try, especially if you like fresh, not super sweet florals. This one is perfect. Love it. So listen, I like Ellis Brooklyn. I just don't know what that Guava Granita is doing. It should not behave that way, especially for an eau de parfum. I'm actually wearing this today. I need to buy this in the full size. I have only ever had Nest Indigo in little sample sizes. This is just a roller ball that I think I got as a 100-point perk, and then I have a couple of other like smaller just bottles, sample bottles as well. I love Nest Indigo. This is a very deep, warm, slightly spicy floral, but man, she's a beauty. And I really like the way this one develops on my skin. It gets even a little bit spicier for some reason. But yeah, this one is so good, you guys. And if you listen, I feel like all of the Nest fragrances are just chef's kiss. Laura Slatkin knows what she's doing when it comes to personal fragrance. She also knows what she's doing with home fragrance as well. A lot of the Nest candles that I've tried are fabulous, but in terms of their personal fragrances, I really don't think there's a bad one in the bunch. The next time that you're at the mall, pop into your local Sephora and sniff this one out. I'm telling you, I don't feel like I ever hear anyone talking about Nest Indigo. It's also not crazy new either, so that's probably why, but you gotta check this one out. Delightful. So also, it has been a week of me smelling like a million different things. Some weeks are like that and it's fine. I don't mind it. It doesn't overwhelm me. I'm sure it overwhelms all of the people around me, but that's their problem, not mine. I've been testing 2 new fragrances. I actually already filmed the video for this one, so let's talk about this one here. I think this video is probably gonna go up on Monday, so you'll see it soon. This is the Love Shack Fancy Love on the Beach. Let me tell you something about this fragrance. It is the scent of summer 2025 for me. Are you looking for a beachy, salty ocean air, coconut, frangipani situation? If that is the situation you are looking for, you have to try this. Do you know how much I love this? So I bought this at the Sephora sale, and I ordered it online because I was like, I'll get my cash back through Rakuten. And I filmed the video for this on Monday, and on Monday, in fact, in that video, I said, I think I need the full size. I went in on Monday before the sale ended and I bought the full size. I'm telling you right now, go smell this perfume. It is so beautiful. I am such a sucker for fragrance. I really am. I understand that a lot of people see perfume as like a complete waste of money, but it just genuinely makes me happy, you guys. It brightens my mood, makes me feel a lot more put together than I usually feel like I am. And I love a good beachy scent during the summer. Not to mention the packaging for Love Shack Fancy is It's over the top and ridiculous, but I love every single square inch of this bottle. Look at it. It looks like it belongs in Barbie's dream house, doesn't it? The bow, the ombre effect on the glass. I'm telling you. Also, this is a pretty generous bottle. I think this is 2.5 ounces, is it? Oh my gosh, my eyeballs. What is happening to them? Oh, it actually doesn't say on here. Okay, it's not that I'm blind. It's that it's not written on here. I think this is 2.5 ounces. It's a pretty good size. It'll definitely last me this summer, hopefully into next, but who knows? I mean, I feel like I just want to douse myself in this. It's fabulous. Go sniff it out. Just go check it out. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. And then another fragrance that I've been testing out. Now this one was sent to me in PR. This is the Zamaya Romsch perfume. Oh, this one's so good. This actually kind of reminds me of a fragrance that I have from the House of Oud, and now I can't remember what it's called. I think it's Bon Bon Pop. This is kind of similar to Bon Bon Pop. It's slightly different, but just a delicious, sweet, really lovely gourmand. Man, I love this one. I also really like the vanilla that's in here. This is gorgeous. Love it. This is another in-depth review that you'll see next week, so more on that later. Let's move on to hair next. First of all, I got the round brush. This is also kind of, I guess, a little bit of a Sephora haul for you. So what I bought during the Sephora sale ended up being the Bondi Boost heated round brush. I bought the Love Shack Fancy, the full size, and obviously the travel size, and then I bought the travel size of the Guava Granita. So my cart, oh, and the Pureology, I didn't even bring it in here. We'll talk about it next week, but I purchased the new Pureology hair serum. So good, so good, but we'll talk about that next week. Let's discuss this thing. This is fabulous. I had one of these in the 90s. Now the one that I had in the 90s, I think was from Conair. And it was a heated round brush, just like this. It didn't have, you know, air that blew through it. This is literally a heated round brush. But yeah, the one that I had in the 90s was a lot smaller barrel. This is, I think, considered just a large, regular barrel, if you will. I was originally going to get the main extra large barrel, but then I thought, I don't know. I don't really have that much hair, and I think the extra large is just, it's probably better for those people that have a lot more hair than I do. And I really like the whole infrared technology from the Bondi Boost here. They were the exact same price. So anyway, I switched it to this. I love this thing. This is great. These were fantastic in the 90s, and they're still a really great hair tool. I feel like the 90s blowout is definitely coming back in style, and this will absolutely help you with that. So listen, if you're in the market, I think these are definitely worth investing in. Can you find a cheaper option than this one? Probably, but I do think all of the features on this one are really nice. You can actually determine your temperature. You don't have to worry about hitting these buttons while you're using it. Essentially, once it reaches temp, these buttons lock. So even if you have your hand on them and accidentally click them, it's not going to turn the barrel off or anything like that. It's actually locked. So I really like this though. Also, so what was it? I think it was on Wednesday. I decided to snoop through one of the closets in our house. I don't remember what I was looking for, but I came across this bag of hair goodies from literally the early 2000s, and I had forgotten all about this thing here. If you watched my Instagram stories, you saw me using this thing. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's just MrKongsMom. Listen, my Instagram, I don't really share a lot of like products on there. It's mostly just an excuse to show you guys my dogs because they're so cute. But I will sometimes share some random shenanigans throughout the day in my stories, and I shared how I found this bag of just random crap in my closet, and this was in it. These are the Conair hot rollers, I guess you could call them. I use them. They're amazing. Why did I ever stop using these? They're just these like velvet covered rollers. So they heat up by sitting on these like metal rods in here. They get quite hot. They take a long time to cool down. They will definitely leave not only a curl in your hair. If your hair really is good at holding a curl, it'll probably give you a really nice curl. For me, it gave me a little bit more of a wave in my hair, but a ton of volume, like glorious volume. Anyway, there's only two different sizes. There's this large and then that smaller size that I showed you. I have these clips that I bought to use with these. Fabulous. I'm totally gonna start using this thing again. At first I was like, oh, do I have to take that to donation? No, I don't. No one can have this. This is mine. I love this thing. It's great. Tell me if you still have these Conair hot rollers. I should probably clean them up a little bit. There's a lot of old blonde hair in here. If you're new, I used to be blonde. I'm obviously gray now. No, I did not color my hair this way. This is it's just my bad genetics. Listen, I started going gray at 25 and it's just my lot in life. So by the time that I got to my mid 30s, I was like, I'm over trying to cover this gray. It just is what it is. And here we are, I'm 46, still sporting the gray. I see a lot of people who joined in on the gray hair trend starting to color their hair again, which kind of bums me out, but I get it. Listen, the thing about gray hair is that if you grow it out and you decide that it's not for you, you can totally start coloring your hair again. But I have just been so happy with just embracing like whatever this is at this point. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. There's a lot of people that don't though, let me tell you. Old white men, oh, they hate it. I have been approached multiple times at both Fred Meyer and Costco by men in their 70s who are just like, oh, why do you have gray hair? You look so young. Why would you want to look older? You'd be so much prettier with blonde hair or brunette hair. Buzz off. Listen, if you're an old white man, don't say that kind of stuff. First of all, your opinion doesn't matter. And secondly, it's not going to make me change my mind. It's not going to make me change my mind. I like my hair and I'm going to sport it. Anyway, rant over. Let's discuss more hair care. Okay, now that I am washing my hair every other day, last week I asked you guys for some recommendations for dry shampoos. One of the recommendations that I got was the Perfect Hair Day dry shampoo. So I got it. I think it was it Stacy? I think it was Stacy that recommended this one. Thank you, Stacy. I do really like this one. So yeah, this is just the Living Proof PhD Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo. What I think I actually like most about this is the smell. It has kind of a kaffir lime smell to it. I like it. I really dig it. Really love the fragrance. But I do think this does a really good job of absorbing just a little bit of that oil that is there on the second day. Does give my hair a lot more body, a little bit more texture. And again, the smell. I just really love the smell of this. But it is one of, well, it's a higher end hair care line, right? So this one's gonna cost me a little bit more. I also got some affordable options as well, and we'll talk about those in the coming weeks here, but I decided to go ahead and start out with the Perfect Hair Day Dry Shampoo from Living Proof, and it is really, really good. I will probably repurchase this just based on smell alone. Smells amazing, but it's also a really great dry shampoo. Definitely works. While I was out at the grocery store earlier this week, I decided to stop in the hair care department and pick up a drugstore mousse. I've been trying to recommend some more affordable hair care options, and this is one of the mousse products that I was wanting to try from Tresemme. If you are not familiar, Tresemme is cruelty-free. This is the Amplified Volume Plumping Mousse, and guess what? This is great mousse. I don't think it gives my hair as much volume for as long as, okay, how am I trying to word this? So you guys know that my beloved is the Kenra Platinum Thickening Mousse. I feel with the Kenra Platinum Thickening Mousse, with this whole like not washing my hair every day situation, the volume that I get from the Kenra definitely lasts into the next day. This, I think, is really great volume on day one, but I'm definitely finding myself reaching for other volumizing products for my hair for the second day. So if you wash your hair every single day, I think this is definitely a mousse worth checking out. But I do wish it gave me the consistent volume on the second day like the Kenra does. So that's my only beef with it. But other than that, this smells good. It doesn't seem to dry my hair out, and it also doesn't leave it crunchy or dry. I think it's a good mousse. I think it's definitely worth checking out. I just received a little sample of this, but I think I might need the full size. This is the Bumble and Bumble Thickening Plumping Mask. Basically, I've been using this as my conditioner for a few days in a row here when I've been washing. And I really like how this not only hydrates my hair, also it's Bumble and Bumble, so it smells really good. But I do think that this definitely gives my hair a little bit more oomph in a weird way. Maybe it just helps my styling products work a little bit better. I'm not sure what the deal is, but I do really find that my hair feels a little bit thicker after using this. So I definitely have to use my products to get that, you know, thicker look and feel to my hair, but I think this kind of helps in that process. It's certainly a very hydrating deep conditioner, and it rinses really clean out of my hair. I might want the full size of this. That's really good. Also, I started using this again. I took a little bit of a break from it. I'm not sure why, because man, I love this stuff. This is the Christoph Robin Cleansing Purifying Scrub with sea salt. So this is I guess you could call it like a solid shampoo. Yeah, this is a shampoo. So you just take a scoop of this. I'm gonna warn you, the texture might be slightly off-putting. Also, sorry about the excessive sun. Listen, spring is here in Oregon, and I'm gonna be fighting the sun at this point, so bear with me. I hate the summer. But you might be a little bit weirded out by the texture here. It's very grainy feeling because of the salt that's in here. But boy, will this scrub your scalp, and it feels so good. It's actually, despite feeling pretty rough, I don't feel like it tears my scalp up at all, but it absolutely gives you a solid scalp exfoliation. And the like foam that this builds up, woo! Takes a little while to rinse it out of your hair, but your hair feels so clean afterwards. Your scalp feels so clean. I do like to use the Christoph Robin, I think it's called the Prickly Pear mask. It's really thick, really hydrating. I like to use that after this, and my hair looks like $1,000,000 afterwards. If you need to exfoliate your scalp, you need to look into this. It's available at a boatload of different retailers. I've even seen this at my local Nordstrom rack, so I'll have it linked down below. Just check it out. It's really, really fantastic. I think you can also find like samples of it to buy if you don't want to commit to the big jar. But listen, I'm telling you, just get the big jar. If you're gonna get it, just get it. It's good. Okay, I shared some skincare routine videos this week, and one of the things that I use that I still need to do a formal in-depth review on is the Skin 1004 Madagascar Centella Probio Cica Intensive Ampule. This is a fantastic barrier repair type product. It's really soothing to the skin, really hydrating, just very nourishing feeling. And this also seems to plump my skin up really beautifully. I love this product. This Skin 1004 brand I've used some things from them in the past, and I actually think that I have used this before from them. So this one is actually a repurchase, but I think I forgot how fantastic it was. I shall never forget that again. This is glorious. If you've never tried it, you must. Skin 1004 is super affordable. You can find their products on their own website, but also they have an Amazon store. They're on Yes Style, they're on Stylovana. I'm sure they're on other websites as well. It's just a really great skincare brand. It's absolutely worth checking out. It's a Korean skincare brand, if I didn't say that. So that's really fabulous. I have just a few makeup items that I thought I would mention if you're curious about what's been going on my face this week. So my eyeshadow palette was predominantly this Viseart one here. I haven't reached for my Viseart shadows in a while. This is the Paris Nudes. Now this is mostly shimmers and pearl finishes in here. So this is not something that I've been able to just use on its own, but I've been using a lot of these kind of taupey shades here on my lid. And then I've once again been reaching for this ColourPop palette. This is the That's Taupe palette from ColourPop. This is $14.99, and if you don't own this palette and you're in the market for a great neutral summertime eyeshadow palette, I don't think you can go wrong with this one. This is fantastic. I have even hit pan on one of these shades in here. You can see there, that's a nice shiny silver at the bottom. But you've got some shimmers in here as well, but I've been using mostly the mattes to do some crease work, and then I've been using these Viseart Paris Nude shadows on my lid. Been loving the eye looks I've been coming up with. And then my two blush choices for the week were slightly brighter, a little bit more vibrant. I'm wearing this one today. This is Hibiscus Haze from House Labs. So Lady Gaga's brand here. I really like the vibrance of this one. I actually toned it down just a little bit because I went kind of ham with it, and I used the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powder in Ethereal Light. So I just took a little bit of that and put it over the Hibiscus Haze to tone it down, because I kind of look like a clown this morning. Use a light hand with this one. And then this is Luminoso from Milani. This is a very old blush in my collection, but I still love it all these years later. I love this baked blush from Milani. If you don't own this, you should check this out. If you're looking for a peachy color for the summer, this is gorgeous. Honestly, can't recommend it enough. I think there was a little brush in here at some point. I don't know, but yeah, this is fantastic. There's a couple of other colors that I'm interested in. Every time I go to Fred Meyer, I kind of walk past the drugstore makeup, and there's a really pretty pink in this line as well. I think I might pick that up. It's very pretty. So that is everything that I have for you from this week. Let me know what you are loving or obsessing about in the comments down below. Continue to let me know your dry shampoo recommendations. I wrote down all of the ones that you guys suggested last week, so the more recommendations, the better. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. Let me know if you have any questions. Please subscribe if you're new. Give this video a big fat thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.